All things
All
Horror
things Horror
Nights,
Nights
Horror Nights in
related.
an unscripted manner.
Yeah, you got this. Don't worry. It's not like the whole Losh and Scott fan base are looking at you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you ready?
Wait. Welcome to Horror Nights Unscripted, a podcast about all things Horror Nights in an unscripted manner. I'm Michael from Hallowed Thrills.
And I'm Scott from SoCalExploring.
And I am Adrian from LoshTV.
And today, we wanted to obviously address the elephant in the room, which the elephant in the room being that Halloween Horror Nights 30 and Halloween Horror Nights 2020 in Hollywood are both canceled, unfortunately. How do you feel, boys? Initial thoughts?
Sad.
Hurt.
I feel you. I mean, it was all shock to all of us, and that's why we're doing this episode, because I figured we need to pay a little bit of tribute to it and share our thoughts and some of our good memories of last year's event, at least. And also, I asked you guys on my Instagram story to share your favorite memories from last year. So we're going to be sharing a couple of those. I'm sorry if you don't get featured in this, but we just received tons and tons of responses. So yeah, and then we'll give our thoughts on what this means for 2021, HHN 2021 slash HHN 30, since it'll still be HHN 30. I am, of course, rocking the 30 Years, 30 Fears shirt in honor of Horror Nights, a fallen soldier. Rest in peace. So, yeah, Losh, where can they find us all across the board?
Well, they can find you at SoCalExploring Media all across the board. They can find my boy Michael at Hallowed Thrills all across the board. Me, I'm a little different though, because I kind of messed up when I made my social media. You can find my Instagram at LoshTV and my Twitter at KingLosh.
And you guys may be wondering who's Michael, and if you guys don't know already, Michael is our new member of SoCalExploring. So welcome to the show, Michael.
Thank you for having me. I'm very glad to be here, and I'm very happy to bring some more content to your fan base as well as mine.
And like I've been saying, you're going to see a lot more of Michael on the channel and a lot more Michael on Horror Nights Unscripted to kind of have this roundhouse talk. It's a lot easier bouncing off of each other when we have more than two people. So, Michael, tell them a little bit about our merch shops.
So our merch shops, you have Scott's merch shop at SoCalExploring on TeePublic. You can get the Horror Nights Unscripted merch, the SoCalExploring merch. I believe he just released a new merch design, so you can go and check that out. Is the sale still going on right now? When this goes out?
By now, no. But there's a new design on there.
But there is a new design on there, and I've actually seen it. Looks real nice. And then we also have Losh's TeePublic store. That is what's the link for that one?
It's _Losh_shop.
And then we have my TeePublic store, which will be in the link in the description. All of them will be in the link in the description. And mine is TeePublic /user/Hallowed_Thrills.
And that is where you can find all of our delightful merchandise for you guys to purchase. And that will also be down in the description below. But I think that we should first start off with our thoughts, our kind of detailed thoughts on how we felt when it got canceled. So, Michael, take it away.
Well, when it got canceled, I was unfortunately on my way to a beach trip, so it was a very bad way to start that weekend. It stung a lot because I was really looking forward to this year's event. I had covered it. It's just completely different compared to last couple years that I've gone. Now being actually part of the community and being like covering all sorts of content for it, so I felt more in depth, and knowing a lot more about this year's event. So it really hurt that I would probably never get to see any of that for this year. So I kind of feel like I'm missing a part of my entire fall. Just not fun, man. Not fun.
I was already somewhere very sad. So I was at my grandma's viewing and I was already crying. This just hurt even more. It was something I saw coming, but I didn't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
With the cases increasing in Florida, it just seemed like it was going to get worse. And I just want to say something to everyone that's listening. Please wear a mask. Slow the spread. We can say this so many times. We're not big, like we're not huge in this community, but if one person does this, they can make a difference. Make a difference in this community. Please, I want haunt season next year. It's done for this year for us technically. So, please just try to make a difference.
And like we truly do mean that, it's rough because as a result of people not wearing masks and just people not taking this seriously, we don't have Halloween Horror Nights and like Lost said, potentially just a whole haunt season, which sucks, And I know I put out a tweet on Twitter that kind of blew up in the community, like all those people that were saying how wearing a mask is stupid and not wearing a mask, well, this is your fault. How do you feel now? I'm sure a lot of people feel guilty because you should. You got to remember, innocent people are dying. And that's the number one thing is we got to slow the spread first, right? The theme parks and haunts are just second. But if you want to get to the point of having theme parks open again, then you need to wear a mask. You don't want other events canceled. You don't want other holiday events canceled. I mean, next up on the chopping block will be Christmas. And then that means we get no holiday season at all. So that would just suck flat out, And my biggest encouragement is just for you guys to wear your mask at all times and help slow the spread, really. I say this from the bottom of my heart. Be careful who you're watching sometimes too, because I've noticed some videos of people saying, not really saying that it's important to wear a mask and kind of just taking their mask off when it's not right in videos. And that's not the influence that you should be taking in. You should be taking in the influence of wearing a mask and, trying to slow the spread. It doesn't matter what your political view is. This isn't a political war. This is a virus that is unpredictable. And like we already covered the cancellation of HHN, at least for Orlando, was completely out of nowhere. Completely. What was it that they said that it was it got rejected the day before or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying, "Oh, there was no announcement because they got approved." Well, that wasn't the case. So all we're asking here from the Horror Nights Unscripted team is just to wear your mask, really, and help slow the spread. But let's get into the happy stuff. Horror Nights is canceled. We'll just have to wait till next year, and we'll talk about what will happen next year a little bit later on in the show. But let's get into the happy stuff. I want to know your guys' favorite memories from last year's event.
So, my favorite memory from last year's event, hands down, probably has to be one of the last nights that I went and walked through Nightingale's Blood Pit. So I went probably within the last 15 minutes of the event being open for that night, and they had already started taking away all of the metal fencings for the lines. And so I walked up to the main entrance and the security guard just let me continue to walk down, and I get to the front of the house and pretty much the security guard outside there was he looked at me, looked at the house, looked around, saw that there was no line, said, "Good luck." And I walked through that entire house by myself, no one in front of me, no one behind me. It was probably the scariest walkthrough I had that entire year. And I had nightingales coming from left, from right, from behind. I had them following me throughout the entire house. They had left their boo holes and were just following me the entire time. So the second that I thought I was safe because I knew there wasn't a scare coming, they'd get me from behind because they were following me. And then not I won't even mention the like the Nightingale nest right at the end. That was just you can't even imagine how terrifying that was walking through that
They were
just
stalking your
completely
ass throughout
alone.
the whole house.
Oh yeah. But that was definitely hands down my favorite part of last year's event.
So for me, it's a toss up between two things. The first one was this scare actor from opening weekend until closing weekend would call me out by name. Not my first name. He would call me LoshTV everywhere we went. And I mean, and he was in fire crew. So he was every single position. So first time I saw him, I think he was Bill Murray in Zombieland. That was the very first time I saw him. And then I saw him in Monsters. I saw him in House of 1,000. I saw him in every single house. And every time he would just bring that like little, oh, Losh TV. And I'm like, oh, someone knows my name. I feel uncomfortable. And it wasn't until closing weekend that I was able to get a picture with him and actually become friends with this guy. And he's probably one of the coolest characters I ever met. But he made like last year feel special. But on the other hand, the other memory was the last time I walked through House of 1,000 Corpses. I was hugged by like 3 scare actors. And I literally like had happy tears in my face. I was like, it's over, but I feel accomplished. Like I grew friends. I grew a family with the Fireflies. The Firefly, is that what they're called? The Firefly family?
Yeah.
I feel like I got put into the Firefly family by the end of the event. And it was just a really cool feeling.
Like last year, I had a lot of great memories, but I really feel like opening night was the best for me. And I know that's kind of typical, but I feel like opening night just had something special to it because we had fan preview night. For those of you guys who don't know, over here in Hollywood, we had fan preview night. So it was kind of like a preparation for opening night / opening night. It was basically like an excuse to do media night the night before the actual opening night, really, I see it. And this was my first year going as media. So it was really cool to just get that experience and be able to walk through the mazes at ease. And also, I don't know, just the energy at opening night this year. For whatever reason this year, every night, or every season during opening night, as you guys both know, it's a whole different energy going on opening night for sure. But for whatever reason, this year, just the energy was crazy. And I think that has to do with the fact that we had 10 mazes, which was insane. That is a lot for Hollywood, at least. So I think it was insane because I had so much to do. I was having so much fun. The mazes were all great. Walking through Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is my favorite maze right now, in my top 3 of all time. I love that maze, and honestly, that's just opening night in general was just such a great energy. I'd say whole opening weekend. I went like 3 times during the first opening weekend, so it was great fun. I don't know how Orlando's opening night is compared to Hollywood's opening night, but I can speak for Hollywood and say that it's insane.
Same. There's a lot of energy. You see everyone. That's basically like a family reunion. That's what opening night's like.
Yeah, the one thing that I wish that Orlando had that Hollywood has though for opening night is, or just in general, is the whole like sprinting like thing that you guys do there. Where you guys run through the crowd.
Oh, the opening ceremony?
Yeah, like the whole opening scare, because we have an opening ceremony, but it's nothing compared to what you guys do over there.
Yeah, our opening ceremony is definitely something to experience. It's dangerous.
Oh yeah,
nonetheless, especially if they were to try to run the event this year and do that, that'd be insane. You can't social distance with opening, and I never brought that up in any of my videos. I think that'd be a good point, but when we were speculating that the event was still gonna happen, opening ceremony is dangerous, but it's fun if you know what you're doing, running at the characters. However, I don't know if you guys know this, but they did pull it like 2 days in because it was offensive. So they just pulled it, and you just walked in. So because our scare zone was based on like spirits and demons from the east, so it was like Japanese / Chinese culture, and I guess there was something in there that they didn't like. But yeah, I have a lot of good replies, and I'll read them all off, and then we'll talk about them, see if we can relate to them. Like I said, I'm sorry if we don't get to yours, But the response that you guys did was insane. So if you aren't checking us out on Instagram, make sure to check us all out on Instagram, because we'll do polls like these and little questions like these for a chance for you to be featured in Horror Nights Unscripted. Future Horror Nights Unscripted. And for those of you guys asking, content will still stay the same for the most part. We're going to try to get more guests on. I'm really kind of confused on what ideas we're going to come up with. I don't know if you boys have any ideas.
Might have to expand into more of a whole theme parks or whole haunt type situation rather than just HHN in general.
Yeah, and I think
But
that's
I'm
what...
sure we'll think.
Go ahead.
I'm sure we'll think of something.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Losh and I were doing. You're doing a timeout?
Look at the time in the corner.
Oh, yeah, I know. We got 9 minutes. I'm just wrapping up this portion, and then we'll
Okay,
cut
sorry.
out of magic and go to the next portion.
Sorry.
But me and Losh were already trying to do like this kind of different haunts and break out. Even though we are Horror Nights Unscripted, we do want to cover different haunts, and that's one thing that on my second Orlando trip, we're going to try to hit some local haunts, me and Losh in Florida, and I'm sure Michael, you'll be willing to join us. But we're going to try to hit some local haunts and film some vlogs for you guys in Florida, because I know there's a couple that are actually running still. So look out for that. And there'll be we can turn it into Horror Nights Unscripted vlogs. That'd be fun. That'd be really
How
fun.
about you guys comment down below some haunts that you guys know are going to be open in Orlando so that we can get a better idea. We can only do so much research, but if you guys know any home haunts, any like haunted trails, like I know there's Petrified Forest and Sir Henry's Haunt Trail. What else do you guys know? Because I want to know.
Yeah, we need to know
I
some.
wanna know.
Screamageddon over in
Armageddon, that's right.
where's that over? Is that near Tampa?
Jacksonville, isn't it?
Jacksonville. Yeah, that's north.
Florida. I don't know where, but
It's somewhere in Florida. I saw that they were doing castings for it.
But for sure, we're gonna do some stuff for you guys. It'll be fun, and HNU content will still keep rolling. Like I said, we'll get the guest on. The show must go on. I mean, we were doing it beforehand, before we had any announcement and anything like that. The show must go on, and we're gonna keep on the consistent content. Probably not weekly, since there's not gonna be updates for you, but for sure bi-weekly we're gonna try to do. As you guys know, when me and Losh said, when we first started this thing, we said, oh, we're going to do it monthly. We didn't really stay true to that. We did it weekly. So we'll get this content rolling for you guys. All right, let's get into these responses here. Let's see. I just had them pulled up. Let's see. What's a good one? We'll start off with an Orlando one from Yoshi0817. HHN Orlando, the Universal Monster House and Facade, the Tribute Store, and the premiere of The Lagoon Show. I think you guys can speak for all of those.
The Facade of Universal Monsters. So the Facade of Universal Monsters was actually really cool, although I'm not a huge fan of like projection facades. I kind of wish it was more of a physical set, but honestly though, that house was fantastic. If it wasn't for Graveyard Games, that was my number one house. But Graveyard Games had to be there.
I mean, when it comes to like the Monsters facade, going to it at night, yes, it was beautiful, but during the day, kind of like was meh. But then talking about like the tribute store, walking to the tribute store for the first time last year, wow, it blew my mind. Just, I think the first room was like a Ghostbusters theme, correct? And
Yeah.
straight into like, it was perfect. And then it just worked. I think we had 3 rooms: the Stranger Things room, the Ghostbusters room, and then the Monsters room.
Yeah.
All 3 of those just tied in so well with the whole event.
I wonder if she's talking about the projection facade or the first room that you went into, like where it kind of was like raining, right, in the first room of Monsters.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I actually really like that part too.
Yeah, because that one seemed cool.
With all the monsters lining the sides, their statues. And the second you walked through that like really bright light with the plastic, like whatever the hell they call them, and then the gargoyle like pops out from the right. Well, sometimes it was a wolf, sometimes it was a gargoyle. It depended what the cast was at that time.
Yeah.
But they always got me.
I remember the first time I walked through it, I'm like looking at all the statues. I'm like, oh, everyone's here except for a Wolfman. That's weird. And then as soon as I pulled the curtains open, I looked to my right. Oh, my heart
Scares the
sunk. That
living
man
shit
came
out of you.
straight at me. I was like, oh.
You know what? It took me until about halfway through the event to even get the Wolfman bungee scare.
Oh.
I didn't know that scare existed
Wait, you guys had a
until it
bungee
got me.
scare?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So basically the Wolfman would run out at you, and then there was a guy with a shotgun, and he'd just pull out and shoot the Wolfman, and then he just gets slung straight back.
Damn, we don't see that stuff unless it's at Scarier Farm, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
Such a cool scare.
Leslie Perez, our giveaway winner.
Oh.
The Throwback Thursday at HHN was so fun to experience, and you got live music, and HHN loved it. Yes, I agree. The mix of both live music and Halloween Horror Nights was great. It is the Throwback Thursday. This is why I wish that we had freaking Horror Nights this year, because I wish that they'd bring back Throwback Thursdays. It was so much fun because you actually felt like you were in the 80s, and they had live music playing, and that is where we had the introduction of Beetlejuice come out too. And that was kind of like people like speculating, oh, we may get a Beetlejuice maze next year. Fortunately, we're going to wait till 2021 to see if that comes true. But yeah, the Throwback Thursdays were fun. Have you guys had anything like that in Orlando?
Not that I know of. The second you said Throwback Thursday, you lost me.
Let's see here. The Orlando Kingdom says the photo op with Shorty kissed my hand, danced with me, twirled me, and gave me a big hug.
Aw.
Absolutely loved that photo op outside with the JoJo ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved that photo op. My picture, I actually got one with Slim and Shorty.
I never took a picture with them. I always took pictures of them.
Okay.
I don't know if that's weird or not, but yeah.
No, but like you guys are lucky though, because with the Killer Clowns from Outer Space Scare Zone, it seemed like all of them were it was like a big photo op. It wasn't really a scare zone. Yeah. And
I mean, a lot of our scare zones are starting to be like that.
That's the thing. Like with Orlando, like Hollywood, they're just trying to scare the living shit out of you. You ask for a picture, they just run away from you. With Orlando, I wish that we had that kind of connection between the scare actors where we can take a picture with them.
You wanna flip flop? I'd rather have them just scare me.
Oh, really?
Relentlessly.
Well, okay.
I would rather
wish that
have
we had
that.
one scare zone. Like,
I wish we had a thin line between both. I'm okay with some photo ops, and I'm okay with getting the shit scared out of me.
Okay, yes.
So if we can find a thin line, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm right there. I want a thin line. I don't want split, I just want a thin line. Like, I want scare actor dining over here, but we could do it in our mills. Actually, no, we can't. We don't really have we can't do a scare actor dining. Never mind.
See, I've yet to do scare actor dining.
Have you not?
No, I haven't. I've heard a lot of good things about it, though.
Yeah,
really
from the
good.
people that I've talked to about it, they say it's cool. Have you done it, Losh?
I did it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I did it because they had Sam from Trick or Treat.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I need a picture with Sam because that's my favorite movie. And yeah, so I grew up like a little kid when I saw it. Like I was like, oh, it's Sam, and then literally like Sam turned the corner, I like yelled, and then Sam turned around. And I was like, okay, never mind.
Little Sam, I love when he was running around,
yelling at a scare actor. But
let's see right here. Brian.Pinhead said getting chased around by Momo, who we actually had on our podcast, Horror Nights Unscripted, exclusively on Horror Nights Unscripted. You can hear about all of Momo's journey, the scare actor. But she was terrifying. From the pictures and stuff, you could tell that she was terrifying. Like, I mean, so, like, I'm talking about you guys looking at the picture since I got to experience her. She was terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that plays into the whole scary aspect of Hollywood, too. Like, we were talking about, like, Momo wasn't going to sit there and take a picture with you.
It's true.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a little hot there. Let me find another Orlando one. Let's see here. I would say the best scare zone for me was Zombieland, and the best house was Universal Monsters from Catalina_2088. I heard Zombieland wasn't that great.
I only liked one scare actor in Zombieland. And if you want to see who it was, you can go check out my last interview with a scare actor when I interviewed my boy Victor. What a zombie.
Yeah, I wasn't too big of a fan of that scare zone, to be honest. It was a lot of, to be honest, it was a lot of like wasted space
It felt
for
like a
New
big
York.
commercial.
That too. But no, to be honest, my favorite scare zone from last year, really gonna get a lot of hate for this, probably was Rob Zombie. I really loved that scare zone.
No, I see. I don't understand
you're
why
really-
so many Orlando people didn't like Rob Zombie, even from the videos that I watch. I would love that in Hollywood.
Because a lot of people really liked Vanity Ball, and Vanity Ball was the complete opposite of Rob Zombie.
I like
See,
Vanity Ball.
See, the more and more I went through it, the more and more I liked the aesthetic, but as a zone itself, I didn't enjoy it. But I liked the theming.
Look,
I just
I'll
didn't
say,
like
I'll
the
say it
zone.
like our boy Zombie Chris said, right? It's something that would sound good on paper, but then they didn't execute it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my favorite scare zone last year, though.
Yeah, well,
But
me
the
and
Rob
Losh
Zombie
split on
scares
two. But you know, Losh,
That was
you
my
guys
second
got
favorite.
to
It was
experience it.
really
I didn't.
Yeah.
But the Rob Zombie scare zone.
No, that was
you
my
got a
second
picture.
favorite scare zone. It was
You
up
got a
there.
picture in the Dragula, man. You
Yeah.
can't top that.
Nah, man, you can't.
You can't top a picture in the Dragula.
Nah, I love the robot.
Oh
I remember,
yes.
I remember the first night that thing came out. I took so many pictures of it. And then we went out to I have a bunch of scare actor friends, and we all went out to eat at Perkins. And I had a live picture of it, and I didn't know. And the thing was doing this. And it was the best picture I ever took of it. I just played it on loop, and I couldn't stop looking at it for 2 hours straight.
Our boy Connor Florida says,
Ooh, Connor!
going through Killer Clowns from Outer Space with the cast on closing night. Damn, so there's another closing night story right there. And, we're kind of split on our opinions about Killer Clowns from Outer Space mazes in Hollywood and Orlando, but, we've talked about that before. Dev, I think that
Wait.
Go ahead.
What was the what? Who's on what side?
We'll see. I think that our Killer Clowns tops Orlando's by a landslide, but other people like Mr. Adrian over here would say that's not true.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Adrian.
Nah, man.
Damn.
All I have to say is one word. One word, and it's
The
over.
Clownzilla. He's gonna say
One
Clownzilla.
word, and it's over.
Okay, I get
One
it.
word and
your
it's
guys'
over.
Clownzilla was better. Whatever.
One word and it's over. Facade.
Nah.
That's true. Our
Facade.
Look, our facade was just a small little tent, but it worked so good.
Even if we would have had that, something like a canopy over top of the entrance, that kind of looked like a clown tent, that would have been enough for me to have it beat Hollywood. But we didn't even have a facade. We just had JoJo's truck outside.
I'll give you guys this. Another thing besides Clownzilla. Your guys' funhouse scene seemed to be a lot more fun than ours did. I'll give you guys that. But the rest of the maze tops it.
I'll give you guys one thing too. If you want to give us one thing.
No, you're gonna give us a whole damn maze.
No, I'm gonna give you guys the bathroom scene. That's it.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah.
Walking through that, it was terrifying.
I was kind of upset that we didn't have more scenes from the movie.
You guys had the babies, right?
Yeah, the babies were in cotton candy.
Yeah.
They had cotton candy walls, and then they would just shoot out they'll be hand puppets.
Okay.
But the
cool.
mystery that still goes on to this day is who is that random girl?
There's a random girl in there?
Towards the end.
Oh my god, yeah, the one that's
Who is
yelling
that?
and I don't know.
Wasn't there the Cheeto brothers at the end too?
Yeah, there was one with Clownzilla, and then there was one at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Anybody want a dipsicle?
Yep.
The last scare of the house.
Yeah, he popped out every so often. I think only about half of the houses, half the times I went through, he popped out.
Let's see. Jake1234 says, getting my girlfriend to go through her first house, and then after we got out, she had the biggest smile. Aw. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I have another heartfelt one. From my boy PTV Roman. He said that his favorite memory was meeting me at Horror Nights for the first time. That touched my heart, man. That touched my heart, and I remember that encounter. And PTV Roman, he's he's always such a loyal guy, and he's super dope. He's always supporting me and Losh. He's a dope dude. Really dope guy. So go follow his account. He's just a dope guy. Let's see here. Speaking of killer clowns from outer space, Ashley Brian 96 said getting super scared by the water effects in Killer Clowns, and the water effects were in Orlando's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the buttons.
Even when they knew they were there.
Yeah, I literally used to just like spam the button and like run out of the way so it would spray the person behind me.
You were a scare actor.
Oh, one thing I have to say about Killer Clowns. Do you remember, Losh, do you remember one of the weekends in the first room, they had like streamers or something coming down from the ceiling, and then they
It
just
changed multiple times. Okay, so I went every weekend.
Yeah.
And opening weekend they had the colorful like gold and red ones, and then
Yeah.
they had the like regular strings, and then they had some other type of material, and then by like the fourth weekend, everything was gone.
Yeah, it was nothing.
It's because too many people
That's
were
what I
pulling
didn't
them
like
down.
about your
remember-
guys's.
So like it's really hot in Florida. So opening weekend, it got stuck on my forehead, and I just walked with it the whole house almost. I look like an avatar with the tail. So yeah.
No,
Fun
but I
times.
think that's one of the things that like turned me away was seeing those party streamers. I was like, why? That's the thing that like turned me the wrong way. I was like, why would they do that? But
I don't know.
here's a Walking Dead attraction one, which is rare.
Wow.
From Elena. I don't know. I'm sorry. In the Walking Dead attraction, I decided to finish eating my sandwich. Needless to say, I got scared and choked on it because the characters to break character. Oh, causing the characters to break character and laugh. Well, I hope you're okay.
I hope so.
Man, that's the story. I don't think I've ever tried to eat anything going through a maze. I don't know if that's the best idea.
I've had to like
I don't even think we're
swallow
allowed
pizza
to.
fries before
No,
walking
I didn't think
into
we
the
were
house.
either. Oh, I think they had sometimes a walker in the queue, and there was also another actor like talking to them in the queue. So maybe that was what they're referring to. I fell down in Universal Monsters, and the scare actor helped me back up. I would love for that to happen.
I don't know. Depends what scare actor it is. That might scare me more.
It's like the Big Yeti doing it.
They help you up and then you just fall back down again.
Oh yeah.
They help you up and then they scare you.
It's fucking- the Phantom of the Opera goes to help me up and just nope. Scares me again.
It's the bungee one, the Wolfman bungee one.
The
He
wolf-
helps you up
Oh
and
my
then just
God.
lunges back at you.
Oh my.
That was from How to Life 678. Oh, we got a lot of killer clowns on here. Living _life Ryan said, Jumbo from Killer Clowns was so happy to see me. He waved at me, so I waved back. Yes, our scene, I believe Jumbo was had the gun, and he had a gun inside our maze where he squirted water. He'd actually squirt water at you. And yeah, it was so funny because I'd turn the corner, and this was right past our shadow puppet scene. I'd turn the corner, and he'd just like sit there and like wave at you all happy. But then he'd jump out at you, so I guess, yeah, he betrayed you.
Oh, you just triggered a memory for me. So, talking about water, after we saw Jumbo and like all the clowns, you turn to this hallway, and then all you hear is, "What are you gonna do with those pies, boys?" And then just straight water effects, and it's like, that was such a good. I miss that house.
I remember that. That was great.
Yeah.
I was ordering from Scoops Ahoy, and the characters asked me to buy them something from H.ARO_. Damn, I don't know. I don't know if I'd buy this character something. I think they'd be like, sorry.
I'd
If
let
you
him
go,
get a bite of
if
my
you go
food.
scare that little girl right there, maybe.
I wish we had Scoops Ahoy in our Starcourt Mall
You guys
area
didn't
that
have
we
any
had.
Scoops Ahoy?
We
No.
had like a Starcourt Mall, which is
Yeah.
literally just our food court that we have. Not food court, but like our food area we have every year.
Oh, like the booths?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I
Yeah.
remember seeing it on your guys' map, and I was like, wow, I'm super jealous. But then it didn't turn out as I thought it would.
Nah. It's
It
probably
was very
something they had
disappointing.
planned, and then they were like, you know what, we don't have the money for it right now.
Just like the story with this
Although-
year, too.
Although I will say one of my favorite food items from the event from last year was in those booths. So the bento box from the Imperial Panda was
Fire.
fantastic. One of my favorite items, other than just your normal pizza fries and twisted taters.
Yeah.
Wyatt
So-
Kane says the awesome four-legged stilt walker in the opening scare zone. Yes. Oh my! Have you guys ever had a four-legged stilt walker?
I don't think
These
so.
things
No.
are insane. I don't know how. Props to the characters who control them. It is insane what they do. They're freaking terrifying. I'd like to see one in
Yeah.
an Orlando house.
Weren't you guys supposed to have one like before that four-legged stilt walker?
Yeah, there was a
Isn't it, like,
design for
Roach Boy or something?
exterminators.
The road.
Yeah, Roach
Exterminator.
Boy.
Wait, what was it?
I think it was
The
called Roach Boy from the Exterminator Scare Zone.
Oh, yeah, I know it's from exterminators, and that was, I think, my memory is.
You know, if you want to
2015?
jog your memory, you can just go watch the Horror Nights Unscripted we did with TLEV. We talked
Oh yeah,
about
we
it
did
there
talk
as well.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Shameless
But the
plug.
four-legged stilt walkers are insane. Like these guys are just. I hope that you guys get one year so you guys can experience it because they're insane. Or if next year, since you guys will have plenty of time to save money, you can come to Hollywood.
You know what we should do? Call me crazy, right? We should save money and take a trip to Singapore. Not this year.
Screw it, just go to Singapore.
Just go to Singapore.
Well, here's some Horror Nights news. Singapore's event's happening.
Yes. So if you
So-
live in the Singapore area and for whatever reason you're watching this, your event's happening.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Yeah.
You won.
At
Lucky.
least you guys get to be happy, you assholes.
I guess I'll make some more Singapore content. Here we go, guys.
Hey, at least we'll have Singapore walkthroughs to watch. Think about that. We'll have HHN walkthroughs to watch.
What year are they on for their event?
Like 6, right? Or is it more? I think it actually maybe more. Yeah, maybe more.
Hold on. Let's do some research.
Yeah, you
Oh,
search it
man.
up because someone in the comments is gonna be like, Singapore is on there, whatever year.
Quick mid-show Google search.
Mid-show Google search. Search.
So it started in 2011.
So
This is their 9th year.
9.
9th. Oh, I was right.
I was close.
Dang.
Okay, I was close. I have a couple of Ghostbusters one here, so I'll name them off. From William Lopez 399, my favorite memory was going through the Ghostbusters maze. From Guerrera _305 says, in the Ghostbusters maze, the librarian got my friends and I so bad that we all got knocked down. I want that to happen to me.
Oh,
I want that. I don't want there to be a scare where I get knocked down because I've never happened. Has it happened to you boys?
no, but it has happened to my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
One time.
So you take your girlfriend to Horror Nights?
That was her first year last year.
I would never do that. Just kidding. I
Yep,
do it every year.
She went through graveyard games and got scared to the ground by the grinners.
Damn.
Oh,
The Grinners
we
were
love the
scary.
Grinners.
Yeah, they literally like kept reaching down at her as she was laying on the ground, and I felt so bad, but at the same time I laughed so bad. I laughed so much.
Oh man, it happened to me once, and it was with Scarecrow.
The house?
Yeah, it was where we had like a scare above. Like there was a two-sided scare, and the first one I knew it was there, and the other one I thought he wasn't there at the moment. So I leaned completely to one side, and I'm walking, I'm chilling, right, and I see my friend drop. Cause I looked back for a second, I see him drop. I was like, oh shit, what happened? I'm walking, and then I look to my left. This man's right here. I'm like, I'm not gonna let him hit me in the head. So I just straight up fell. I was like, screw it. It was hilarious. I do nothing but laugh on it now, but my legs hurt for like a week and a half.
Above scares are really the greatest because you don't see them coming.
Yeah, no.
Andy Roy Gar says Ghostbusters and Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman were their favorite. We'll do one more. Actually, Sophie CR says the Yeti house was her favorite memory. Actually, we'll do two more because these kind of relate. Gavin France FranCoeur and Theme Park Takeover both say the nostalgia of like the screams and the fog and the feeling and joy that you get when they open the gates and you just get that spooky feel. And I think that all of us can relate to that.
Yeah.
And that's a part of the opening night energy.
Smelling the fog, walking through a house for the first time in like forever, getting spooked, everything. It just feels amazing.
And the
So
fact that you
upset.
get to smell the fog. I don't know why. There's just like an
This and
addicting
that.
thing. I wonder what's in it.
There's,
What the fog?
Yeah, what?
If you
Just
guys know
fog?
what's in the fog, comment down below. We want to know. We're trying to make a haunt this year.
gonna mass produce it.
Yeah. No, we're gonna sell it in candles.
They
Air
already do that.
fresheners.
They already do that.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want one.
It's like
You know
magic
what we're gonna
candles
do?
or something. I forget
We're
what
gonna
the
we're
name
gonna
is.
find
Yeah,
out what's in that. We're gonna find out what the fog's made out of, and we're
Yeah.
gonna make Horror Nights unscripted candles.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
have
here's
all
the
three of
thing,
our
right?
faces
We're gonna put our own flavor into it. We don't know what it is, so we'll mix with the fog. Brilliant. We'll put the smell of pizza fries in it. I think that'd be great.
There's an air
So-
freshener that's supposed to smell like that already.
Well,
Wait, really?
This is why I'm
I
saying
have
mixing
it. Hold on,
all.
I'll go grab it. Hold on.
You have
Intermission.
one?
Give me a second. I have
It's-
one. Hold on.
It smells like sweet tomato sauce and oregano and cheese.
I guess
Okay.
so. Well, Losh is
Hold on.
finding that.
Hold on.
Real quickly, rapid fire. Do you have it? Oh, there you go. Where'd you get that from?
So I think it's Horror Nights unofficial. I don't think they sell them anymore.
Oh,
But yeah,
You get
Yeah.
high off that shit.
I keep it like in a box,
never to be used.
never to be used. I have one in my car.
Oh, the pizza one
It's supposed to smell like a mixture of fog
and pizza.
and pizza fries.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Well, we have all those memories that I just read off. Thank you guys to everybody who did it. I try my best to get them all, but we're kind of on a time limit here. We don't want to have you guys sitting here for an hour and a half. So thank you all to who put in their favorite memories. It helps us. It helps us cope. I'd say I'm a little bit happier looking back at these memories now.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you
definitely.
say?
I agree.
I feel like they're not
Okay,
happy.
look at
They
it.
just stay quiet.
The way I look at it, even though it's gone, the best thing you can do with it is look back at it and look at all the happy times you had with it. And that goes with everything. That goes with life and that goes with events. So just be happy that it happened and you have these memories and be grateful that you can make these memories again in the
Be
future.
happy that it happened. Not
if-
sad that it's gone.
You wear a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to say, real quickly, rapid fire. I see my little battery dying on the camera. What do you guys think for the lineup next year? Same lineup for the speculation or different lineup?
I think a few things are gonna change.
What about
I
you,
think a
Losh?
few things are going to change as well.
Change?
I don't think Texas Chainsaw Massacre is going to happen.
I think we're
Yeah.
gonna get IPs that we weren't expecting, or I think we're gonna get IPs that got early on scrapped, like Candyman, Halloween Kills potentially, hopefully, stuff like that.
Even
But
Halloween 2018 would be fine.
yeah, exactly. I'd be fine with any of the new Halloweens. I think honestly though that we'll keep relatively the same lineup, just with the mix up of the IPs, because you got to work out the contract and everything. I for sure think we'll get Beetlejuice though.
Yeah,
I hope so.
me too. I feel like it's just something that they need to have at the event.
Yeah,
Fans
especially for
have
the
wanted
30th.
it for years. It just needs to happen.
Someone did bring up a good point though. If they continue to have the tribute store up, will we have a different facade next year?
Ooh.
Or
All
will
that
it
and
stay
more
the
in a new
same?
Horror Nights Unscripted coming out soon. We will do a 2021 speculation very soon. But if you want to see our own thoughts on different stuff or like little key points that Michael just brought up, then make sure you're following us on social media, because we'll always be open to speculating with fans on there. Any last words that you want to say, boys?
Not that I can think of. Just really am looking forward to next year. Hopefully they bring out the big guns and hopefully they bring the horror back to Orlando and Hollywood.
That's right. Losh, what about you?
I'm just the one thing. Okay, so Horror Nights being canceled. The only thing that really made me sad about it, right? I didn't get to meet any of you guys in person. That's the one thing that really hurt because
Yeah.
we've started this year, but the best thing about this is there's going to be so many more of you this
Next
time
year.
next year.
I know. I was really looking
So
forward to meeting everybody too, because it seemed like we're on a roll. We're still gonna be on a roll, but
yeah. So I'm just
um,
excited to meet you guys. Period.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I
But
love that feeling of meeting everybody because Horror Nights is obviously all of our biggest like topics on our channels, and I know like when Horror Nights comes around, like everybody's there, so it's such a great feeling meeting everybody. It's great. But like
I
Lost
mean,
said, we'll be bigger and better next year. So you know.
all three of us.
And we will be out at Universal Orlando in October all together. So we'll let you guys know those dates if you want to meet us and come up, say hi, any of that stuff. I'm sure I'll be bringing some Hornets and scripted stickers with me and stuff to give away too. So you know how it be. Um, we'll catch you guys in the next one. My name is Scott from SoCalExploring.
my name is Michael from Hallowed
I like
Thrills.
that point, Losh.
And I'm Adrian from LoshTV.
And we are Hornets Unscripted. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody, and stay safe.
Peace.